Powerful, mysterious, tragic. This could have been the stranger's story, but the woke writers of the Rings of Power puffed a little too much, old Toby, and snuffed out all the rich backstory and heart-wrenching drama and gave us slow-witted, acorn-bedazzled nomads bumbling through Middle-earth with no purpose, no stakes, and zero empathy, paired with a ragged amnesiac wizard-light so lost he could have shared a pipe with the writers.
Your love of the halfling's leaf has clearly slowed your mind.
Here's the twist Amazon didn't dare tell. What if the stranger was, drum roll please, Sauron? Imagine him battling his inner demons while the Harfoots, blissfully unaware, save Middle-earth's greatest villain. It is a tale of kindness, tragedy, and corruption so raw and devastating that even Tolkien might have slow-clapped. Let me know in the comments if you would have watched this version, because I sure would. Imagine this. A 13-year-old Nori sits on the edge of her tribe's campfire, fidgeting with a small acorn tucked in her pouch. Around her, her friends proudly display small glass vials hanging from their necks. Inside each vial, an acorn rests on soil taken from their old village, glowing faintly in the firelight. They earned their acorns during a coming-of-age ceremony, a moment of pride and connection to their homeland. But Nori? She hasn't been awarded her acorn by the elders yet. She carries it, yes, but it isn't official. Her friends tease her lightly, not out of malice, but in that way that cuts all the same. "Don't worry, Nori," one says. "Maybe you'll get yours next time." She laughs along, but her eyes betray her longing. To her, the acorn isn't just a symbol. It's proof that she belongs. Late that night, she pulls the acorn from her pouch, gazing at it under the moonlight. Her fingers trace a faint crack along its shell. "I will save you," she whispers. Determined to prove herself, she sets off toward the distant sound of a stream. She drapes her hunter's cloak around herself, grabs her knife and short bow, and ventures alone into the wild. And then she hears it. A sound that doesn't belong. A low, guttural, inhuman groan. She freezes, clutching her pouch, and carefully pushes through the underbrush. In a clearing, crumpled against the roots of an ancient tree, lies the stranger. His tattered black cloak is smeared with blood, and faint tendrils of dark energy ripple across his body. Nori's wide eyes flicker between fear and curiosity. What is this? Who is this? Imagine finding a being so alien, so massive, so other. And yet, as she steps closer, Nori doesn't see a monster. She sees someone who is hurt and needs help. She kneels beside him, hands trembling as she checks his wounds. From her pouch, she pulls out herbs, berries, and scraps of cloth. But something is missing, something crucial. Oak essence. Nori's life-altering challenge is next. But before we dive into her choice, a quick message for writers like you. Are you struggling to craft epic story ideas that hook your readers? Click the link in the description now to sign up for my mini course, the 3-step AI hook formula, where you learn how to do it in minutes. Now let's continue. Her breath catches. Her acorn, the one she's been trying to save, the one she's carried so long in hopes of earning her vial, holds the key. Without it, she can't make the poultice he needs to survive. But using it before it's officially hers breaks every Harfoot law. It's not just her dream, it's her family's legacy. Here's where it gets real. We flash back to a younger Nori as she debates. She's 7, fleeing with her family as orcs close in. Her mother lifts her to pluck an acorn from a great oak. "Nori," her mother says, "protect it with your life." Beside them, her father does the same for her sister. "Never lose or destroy it, or you'll be banished." The memory fades as teen Nori clutches the acorn to her chest. Tears roll down her cheeks. Finally, she whispers an apology to her family and her homeland, then crushes the acorn into the poultice. "It's okay. You'll be okay," I've got you," she murmurs, applying the mixture to his wounds. As the stranger slips into unconsciousness, she constructs a sled from branches to drag him back to camp. Every step back, she knows the cost of her decision. Banishment looms over her like a shadow, but she doesn't stop. When the Harfoot elders discover what Nori has done, she expects banishment. She sacrificed her acorn, the very symbol of her bond to her people. But to her shock, the elders convene a meeting, and instead of casting her out, they present her with her first official acorn, which the stranger, Sauron, is chosen to present to her. Imagine this: Sauron, Middle-earth's future Dark Lord, kneeling before a 13-year-old girl to hand her an acorn. The irony is breathtaking. Nori beams at him, her smile pure and unguarded. For her, this is a moment of redemption. For him, it's torment. A reminder of the light he's lost and the darkness he cannot escape. Neither of them knows that this act, this single acorn, will grow into a legacy that spans generations, shaping the resilience of the Baggins family and the joyful spirit of the Shire. He bends a knee to Nori, a moment echoed in Frodo's triumph over the ring. Years later, when the Harfoot settle in the Shire, Nori chooses a new name, Baggins. Pregnant with her first child, she plants the acorn given to her by the stranger. Her husband stands beside her, hand on her shoulder as she gently presses the seed into the earth. "When you're old enough," she whispers to the life growing inside her, "we'll pick an acorn together, just like I did with my parents." As the acorn grows into a mighty tree, it becomes a central part of the Baggins family's life. Each year, on her child's birthday, Nori gathers her family beneath its branches to celebrate, sharing food, songs, and stories of resilience and hope. These gatherings spark a tradition that echoes through the generations. The party tree becomes a place where hobbits gather to mark life's milestones and joys. Nori's adventurous spirit and her willingness to sacrifice for others live on through her descendants. Bilbo and Frodo inherit this legacy, their resilience against the One Ring's power rooted in Nori's bravery. Even Sauron's blind spot for the Shire, a place he spares in his tyrannical plans, finds its origins in Nori's kindness. This is the story we could have had. A tale of innocence, sacrifice, and redemption, where the Harfoots weren't comic relief, and Sauron wasn't just a villain, but a tragic figure caught between light and dark. Instead, we got cosplay nomads and a wizard wannabe with amnesia. That's it, folks. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.